What's going on there, guys? This is your host, Ron C., and this is the You Won't Say It, I Will podcast. As usual, you guys can find me on YouTube. If you ain't here looking at me, You Won't Say It, I Will podcast. You can find me on Instagram, You Won't Say It, I Will podcast, and you can find me on Twitter, YWSIIW podcast. And of course, I'm always on audio across the board, just about. Of course, still waiting on Pandora. This is some bullshit. I'm gonna say this shit every fucking week. This is some bullshit. Pandora is probably the longest that's took to get on iTunes. It's not. I mean, this fucking on iTunes. iTunes might took a couple seconds, but yo, this don't make no sense. Pandora, y'all gotta get on y'all shit, man. But yeah, you guys can find me across the board. Just about on audio. Just Google me, search me wherever you like looking at, listen to your podcasts or whatever, or music. You Won't Say It, I Will podcast. But yeah, man, what's going on there, guys? Back with another episode for you. I am late AF. I said earlier this week, probably Monday. It's fucking Friday. Just so you know. Yeah, I think I said like Monday or Tuesday, and I was like, yeah, I'm recording tonight a new episode. Well, no, I ain't say when I was going to record. I just said a new episode would be out tonight or tomorrow. And I mean, it's still basically another way of saying I'm recording. But yeah, that ain't happened at all, man. That's a damn shame. Well, yeah, man. I'm here now. Shit, it is what it is. I'm actually thinking about doing like I did for the end of the year, because in December I recorded like the first week or something like that. Then I took a couple of weeks off because I wasn't feeling well and different things like that. And I think at the end of the year, like right after Christmas, actually, yeah, New Year's Eve, I dropped 2 episodes that week. But yeah, I think I might do that this week. I'm thinking about doing that this week. I might drop 2. I'm not sure. I know I'm doing this one, so I definitely will have 1 out. Thinking about doing 2. We'll see. I got off the phone with my peoples, man. He was talking about coming on. Well, we've been talking about this for a minute. So he's been talking about coming on a podcast for a while, and really just found out today that he wanted to come on. He wanted to come on, but he actually wanted to be on a podcast, like sitting right here. So now I'm gonna have a broader screen because I'm gonna have 2 people. He said he want to do this shit live. You know what? That's some real shit. Like I thought about it for a second, and I'm not gonna hold you. Only have this one mic. I gotta get a couple more setup things like a mic. I gotta get a splitter and stuff. And I'm even looking into the program. I use Audacity, and I'm looking into. I don't know if I might have to use a different program for when I do multiple people, at least live. And I was thinking like, oh, okay, we probably just do like, Zoom or Skype or something like that and just record it that way. I did that before. Like, if you look at one of my early episodes, like, I don't remember which one. I ain't even going to sit there and try to remember. But that my boy John on, my man from Detroit. And I had him on. We actually did do Skype, but we didn't do video, though. We just did straight audio. And so that's what I thought we was going to do. And then, then Chris was like, nah, man, I was thinking about coming out there. You know what I mean? I want to do it like the stuff I have, I want to, he shot me some ideas. I don't think I shot him my ideas, but either way, it don't matter. Just the stuff that I know he had, he wanted to, it better to do live instead of, more in person, I should say. I'm saying live. I'm doing more in person than versus on, versus like, video and shit. You're like, you know what? Nah, that's cool. But I was like, all right, cool. Let me get a couple things first before you come on. Cause if that's the case, then yeah, I gotta get a couple things, and yeah, we can do that. You know what I mean? I probably have a whole different setup. I probably do this shit in another room, but yeah, man, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Shit, you come over anytime. You can do this shit all the time. And it's crazy. Cause I know he was like, yeah, man, me and his wife, which is my cousin, was like, yeah, you should definitely have some people on, man. Definitely, podcast is cool, it's good, but you had somebody on with you, just bouncing off ideas, just bouncing off what you're saying, so you're not like going back and forth with yourself almost. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, because I had my boy Jella, man. Shout out my boy Jella. He's definitely one of the ones that's been giving me some feedback, all the time, with stuff versus with anything, with what I'm saying, what I'm doing, not saying. And he's definitely said that to me quite a few times about that. I'm like, yeah, I know, man. I definitely gotta put you on. He was like, man, get your wife on or something, or whoever we get on. I was like, yeah, I got a couple people that I want to get on. Chris is one of them. And I got another here that wants to get on too. He said he want to get on. We done already discussed the details on it, how to do it. But shit, if I get another mic or whatever, then we have some more in person shit. So I have no problem with that. People I will invite over my house anyway. People I have on the podcast is more than likely who I will invite over my house. There's not a lot of people who I'll have step foot in my crib. If I was doing this somewhere else, like a studio or something, then that'd be a different story. But yeah, we was busting up for a minute and just talking, just bouncing off some shit. And I'm like, yeah, let me get this set up. And yeah, we definitely can do that. So probably sometime soon, I'm hoping. And I didn't even think about it. I have to get out the phone that. Unless it's done like this weekend, we still have a snowstorm, so they might not get done. But if it's not done, maybe next week. We're actually going away to Tampa next weekend, so he probably won't see him for at least 2 more episodes, at the most 3, maybe, depending on our schedules. I'm sure he has a little bit more set schedule than I do, but yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't think it's gonna be that hard to do. It's just just timing, scheduling, just like anything else really. But yeah, that's upcoming soon, so you guys gonna have a new face on the podcast, if you're looking, or a new voice, however you listen and looking at it on the podcast. So that's gonna be cool. That's like a long time coming with him, or just in general. Like I said, I had my boy John on, but that was a while ago. That was almost like a test run, so I didn't have nothing, like my whole. Like you can, if you listen to from the first one to now, it's just you just see and hear, or more like hear. Well, no, I'm sorry. You go on my YouTube. I actually do have earlier videos that I've done, but you'll see and hear. I just like got better and better. I'm not saying I'm still all that great, but I've definitely been better since my first first 5 of them. I'm definitely not the same, and which is cool. What you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to do all that shit. So, I don't know, man. It's I'm trying to get more people, into it. Hopefully, I can get more people to come on. So I think that'd be pretty cool for him to be here, and be face to faces would be pretty cool. So it'd be good, like in person, almost like how rappers say, how singers say, they like having people in studio with them, which makes sense. I'm like. I ain't no rapper, no singer, but I'm definitely up for that. So I think that's cool as shit to have, somebody there with you. You can vibe better. You're not just gonna have anybody on that you don't fuck with or anything, obviously. So you should have some type of chemistry, some type of vibe. And obviously I've known him for a long time. So I think our vibe or chemistry would be good with some shit. And it's definitely one. Definitely one thing that we were talking about that we're definitely going to talk about on that episode. I ain't even going to say what it is. I don't want to get it started. That's the only thing I'm going to tease you. We definitely have something that's going to be funny as shit. And it's definitely going it's going to be funny as shit for sure. Like I said, I have a couple things. I'm sure he has a couple things too. And yeah, man, it's definitely going to be cool. So just look out next within the next few episodes with me getting a little bit more equipment in, get past a little mini vacation. Like I said, if it's not done before that, a little past mini vacation, and just scheduling, just timing, stuff like that. So yeah, we'll go from there, man. You guys look out. But yeah, we gotta change gears. It's playoff time, NFL. I gotta talk about that shit. If you guys ain't into fucking football, I just don't know. If you haven't been listening to this fucking podcast since day one and no, I'm not into fucking football, I don't know what to tell you, man. I really don't. Let me tell you this shit. So, Last week we got. I don't know. Should I even talk about all the fucking games? I mean, I don't know if I need to talk about them. Probably the number one game I probably could talk about is probably the Chiefs and the damn Bills. That fucking game not only went to overtime, but it just went back and forth almost all game. I mean, just they wasn't losing. Nobody wasn't gonna lose. In the last, I want to say, 2.5 minutes, the lead changed a few times, tied up. I mean, how you had like 3-4 different lead changes and a tie, to go into over, of course, the ties to go into overtime. But the lead changed like 3-4 times. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers would not lose at all. I mean, in reality, if you really look at the game, and this is only by a split hair, it probably shouldn't have went to overtime. The Bills probably should have won that game. Or if it did go to overtime, the Bills should still won that game. And I tell you why, because like they went to overtime, the Bills could have stopped the Chiefs from getting that touchdown. Jason Kelce getting that touchdown. I think they were just tired and spent, But before that, they probably shouldn't have went to overtime, because if you look at that game, when the Chiefs got the ball, was that last 13 seconds? Listen to what I'm saying. 13 fucking seconds. These motherfuckers was on what are they on, the 20-yard line, I think, or something, 25, and they go down the fucking field and get a field goal, obviously to tie. But in that amount of time, now they got 3 timeouts. So you know anything about football, you got timeouts. That's golden. So you can do what you want. When you usually don't have timeouts, you got 13 seconds. You got to get out of bounds and shit like that. You don't have to do that. You got 3 timeouts, and you only need a field goal to tie. Like, fuck it, I go to overtime. Why stress going into, trying to win the game? So the Chiefs are going down the field, boom, middle, boom, the middle, boom, the middle. Call timeout, timeout, timeout. I'm like, Bills, fuck the sidelines. You need to worry about the middle when they have timeouts. So they stopped them in the first place from going up the middle, like throwing it and just throwing it up the middle, and let them do sideline throws. It might be the Bills and the Bengals. Not tomorrow, on Sunday. I'm just saying, NFC Championship, and you might have knocked out Pat Mahomes, my homeboy. You might have knocked him out. You might have knocked out one of the greatest coaches, Andy Reid. By the way, used to have him. Just saying. And I saw a fun stat on that, not to change up subject. But I saw a fun stat on Andy Reid. This is his 3rd AFC championship, or you want to say 3rd conference championship, 2 times. I think it says he's only one of the only coaches to do it 2 different teams, and they go 3 years in a row. He did it with the Eagles, 01 to 04. Yeah, 01 to 04. 04 he went to the Super Bowl. McNabb fucking froze and little bitch and lost it. We should beat the Patriots. And he did it with the Chiefs. Obviously, this year is his 3rd year in a row. Again, another conference championship. This one is the AFC. With the Eagles was the NFC. And I'm like, man, that's cool as shit, man. That's cool as shit. That was a cool stat. I don't know. I thought that shit was cool to me. Like I said, you into football, you into shit like that. That was cool to me to see that, because you can do it with one team so many times, but to do it with multiple teams, and I mean, Andy still has plenty of coaching to do. I don't know how old he is, real hand, but I'm sure he's probably like upper 60s, so he still has probably easily 10 more years. But yeah, man, that game was just crazy. The Bills should have stopped them. They had 3 timeouts. Make them use them shits. Make them, play regular defense. Just look out for the middle, and they get little yards here, or even they keep getting out of bounds. It's probably not going to be big yards. They probably could have won that game. I'm actually happy for the Chiefs. Slightly wanted the Chiefs to win. But I would have been mad the Bills have won. And it's almost like with this game coming up, I'm more on the Chiefs side, but I'm not going to be mad or surprised if, the Bengals win. But, yeah, that was a crazy game. Also, another crazy game, probably the second craziest one of the weekend, is the Rams and Bucks game. The Rams just owned the shit out the Bucks. Tom Brady, they owned the shit out of them. Like, they couldn't do nothing. The Rams came in, Matthew Stafford came in, finally, got released from the burden, the cloud of rain clouds over his head of the Detroit Lions, the curse, and is finally not only in the playoffs, got playoff win, but now is going into a conference championship, which he's never done. Never been in the playoffs, I don't think. Or if he has been in the playoffs, maybe once or twice. I think only once. And I don't think he has a playoff win. Not with the Lions, I should say. So, yeah, he has a playoff win, NFC championship. But yeah, that Bucks game, man, like they owned the shit out of him. And of course, Tom Brady being Tom Brady, everybody, sort of people's probably like on the edge a little bit, but it's like, well, remember the Super Bowl, them and the Falcons. Which, by the way, the Falcons have never recovered from that, and mentally. So, Tom Brady did just that. He came back, tied it up, but left a decent amount of time. I don't think it was the same thing like the Chiefs, though. They had a little bit more time, like maybe a minute, and I think they had probably, if not all the timeouts, maybe like 1 or 2. That part I can't remember. But they was able to go up the field just enough for the kicker to have, his kicking distance, and yeah, kick that field goal. And actually, the crazy thing, I thought Tom Brady was gonna have that look on his face. Is like, let me just go shake his hand and get the fuck in this locker room. I ain't gonna lie, I looked at his face just before all the stuff is talking about now with him not sure of retiring and stuff like that. I'm looking at his face, and it was almost like, I won't say a sign of relief, because obviously he's not relieved not to go closer to this getting to the Super Bowl, but it was like, you know what? Damn, I lost, but it's like, damn, I'm okay with it. I don't want to say okay. That might not be the best word to say, but almost like, shit happens. I tried. We all tried. This good season, guys. Almost that type thing. Like, all right, I just think deep down that even they went to the Super Bowl, win or loss. I think he's, I think he is going to probably retire. I think it's a good chance he's probably going to retire. And I think it's time. It's not even like no hate and shit. It's like, go home, man. Your kids getting bigger now. A lot of these people that are retiring or do retire, it's like, you got all your life. Like, I'm 34, and it's like, you got more for retiring. Like, my age, 35, 6, 7, it's like, I couldn't imagine retiring right now, and you have just life ahead of you. I mean, even 20 years from now, like, 54, 5, 6, 7 years old, it's not even that old. And it's like, you haven't worked in so long, Like, if I retired this young, I'll probably take a little bit of time off, keep my body good, and just probably try to get on TV, like go on retirement. Go on broadcasting and shit like that. That's probably what I try to do. I was just, it's what a lot of guys do if you look at pregame stuff. But man, I don't know. That was just crazy. That was just crazy seeing that game go down like that. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't come out a little bit harder. I think they were tired, shocked, and just I don't know. I don't know what it was, but yeah, Brady's not in it for first. I won't say the first time in a while, but yeah, he's not in it, and it will be the Rams going against the 49ers. And if you don't know who the 49ers went against, I tell you, they went against the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is not even close to going to the Super Bowl once again. He even make it to the fucking NFC Championship. Like, dog, come on, you killing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll root for this motherfucker. I ain't saying he's going to go in there and beat him because the 49ers have had their number, but I just thought this was his year. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was low-key just rooting for him. I still think the NFC is going to win the Super Bowl this year, but I don't know. It was more based on, because I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to go. I thought he was going to make it to the NFC Championship. I thought it was low-key going to be between them and the Bucks. And I thought it was going to be a rematch like last year. I thought this year he was going to beat them. No matter how the game went, I thought he's going to beat them. Finally go back to another Super Bowl. Yeah. It's just one of them games. Just like, I think he started to get soft towards the end of the game. He didn't want to throw it to anybody. It's like, dog, one of my favorite receivers, which is the best receiver in the game right now, Devontae Adams. But dog, this motherfucker can't have 400 yards. Like, who the fuck else are the other receivers? Like, where are they then? Just decoys? No, they ain't even decoys. They still double Devontae. So they double him for a reason. So it means somebody's open. Look, people drop balls. Devontae does, but you keep throwing to him. Why? Because it is one of the best receivers. You just know that he is still going to produce, and he fucks up. Just like I'm sure Aaron knows he fucks up. But what the other guys fuck up a little bit more. So I don't know. I think it's a little bit trust issues, and he got a little soft. But yeah, that motherfucker ain't in it. And then you had the Bengals. They went against the Titans, and that game I wasn't too sure about. I was slight on the Titans. I mean, real slight, like paper thin slight. But I was like, honestly, the Bengals could pull it off. But I ain't think they're gonna pull it off the way they did. They kind of just pretty much just beat the Titans. I mean, they didn't beat them up. Like, look at the score, they didn't beat them up, but just how the game went. Overall, sometimes you can look at the game. The score doesn't always tell you. Score can be a 3-point game, but okay, it was only a 3-point game. But they lost at the last second. No, not really. It's not even no type of things. You look at, that's when you start looking at stats. You just look at the game and look at time possession and look at a whole bunch of stuff, other factors, and that's when you like, damn man, they dominated the shit out of them. Which they did. They dominated the shit out of them. So I don't know, man. It's it's crazy. They low key probably should have won the game. They got Derrick Henry back. Derrick Henry had a decent game, but I think he low key still was hurt. He probably shouldn't have came back. And look, they made number one somehow, some way. So they could have rolled off of that. Maybe rest him another week to see how he's going to do. And they won the game, see how he's going to play this week. And they don't think he's going to go. Just, keep doing what you're doing. Of course, prep for the team that you're going against. And if you make it to the Super Bowl, now he has an extra week because, next week is no games or anything. It's like Super Bowl week, so stuff is going on. Nothing's going on. I think Pro Bowl maybe. Then after that is Super Bowl itself. And that's when they'll be practicing and stuff and everything. So, he'll have an extra 2 weeks to rest up, and or practice or whatever he needs to do if they were to make the Super Bowl. But yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, this Sunday you got the Rams and 49ers. I am picking the 49ers. Close game, 1-2 point game, maybe 3 at the most. Down to the wires, gonna be crazy. And I have the Chiefs going. Close game again, probably 3-point game, 4-point game. Couple mistakes, but still close on the Bengals end. But I think I wouldn't be surprised. Something crazy happens, some fluke shit, just some playoff shit, football shit, and the Bengals take. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be like, damn, motherfuckers actually won. But like, damn, motherfuckers actually did. Okay, the motherfuckers did it. Like I wouldn't be surprised, So it's like a little bit low key, kind of rooting for the Bengals. Is like, you like to see shit like that. Now when it comes down to it, it's like, do you really want to see the Bengals and the 49ers go against each other? Like, the 49ers is cool going against anybody because the 49ers. But, of course, you want to see really ideally, like, with who's in the 4 teams right now, probably be the Chiefs and the Rams. That's ideally. You see them two going against each other. And, honestly, that would be the game that would be, like, lopsided. It'd be like a 10-point game or some shit, and one team dominated, which would probably be the Chiefs. So I don't know, but yeah, I think it'd be Chiefs, 49ers, and I think the Chiefs will take that. And I know I say NFC, but in that case, I think the Chiefs will take it. If it's the 49ers and like the Bengals, I actually will say the 49ers. If it was like say the Chiefs and the Rams, like say I'll say the Chiefs. If it's like the Rams and the Bengals, I probably would say. I don't even know. It's low key the Bengals. I probably say the Rams, but low key the Bengals. Again, that scenario, going back to, I wouldn't be surprised if they won. And if it's like the Chiefs and the 49ers, like I said, if they go, I think it'd be the Chiefs. But I don't know. That's what I'm going with. Final thing is Chiefs and 49ers. I think the Chiefs will take it. Pat Mahomes have 2, Andy Reid have his 2. Pat Mahomes ain't going nowhere. I don't think Andy Reid's obviously going to go anywhere. They might lose. Their offensive. I think it's offensive coordinator or defense. No, I think it's their offense coordinator. They might lose him if he gets a head coaching job. But Andy Reid is offense anyway and quarterback guru, so he'll be able to find somebody to replace him that will suit him and be good for the team and all that, this and that. But yeah, that's all. That's my final thoughts, man. Comment below. Hit me on Instagram, whatever, Twitter. Hit me up. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. What you think this weekend's going to be? Who you think is going to the Super Bowl? If you want some of your winners, you can. We still have another week or so to go with winners. Once we for sure know who the winners are. But yeah, just tell me whole predictions. Tell me who you think is going to the Super Bowl, how outcomes is going to be, and then tell me tell me who you think is going to win of your picks. Yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a good week. I actually can't wait. I'm a little nerd when it comes to this shit. So I don't know if you guys remembered. So I talked about last week, probably more like a week and a half ago now or some shit. Talked about Ozark. I don't know if you guys look at Ozark on Netflix with Mike Bateman in it, which is it's a pretty good show, man. Can't remember if I talked about it before. I think I have at least talked about it at least once. But yeah, let's give you a rundown of the show. Guys working for drug kingpin. His wife was in on it. Like, she knew what he was doing, but like not 100% exactly. They're from Chicago. He had to move to Chicago because some shit went down. Had to move his whole family, and his family, his kids end up getting involved in it because they had to tell him what it was. Shit was going down. You put your kids in danger with different shit like that. So yeah, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff just plays out. So this season is the final season, season finale. They're doing 2 parts, 7 episodes each. And like I said, I've been watched that shit in 2 days. 2 days, maybe 2.5. I've been watching the shit out of it. I've been watching it so hard that I didn't even know that I was on the last episode. I'm just looking like, how when you're done each episode at the corner, it comes up, next episode, and it's like loading up, or you can just press the button, or not press it, but press OK or whatever. That didn't come up. It was giving me suggestions of what the next thing to watch. I'm like, no, why you give me suggestions? What the fuck you doing? I'm like, oh fuck, this is episode 7. I'm mad because the way it fucking ended. Like, of course, it's 2 parts, and it's like, what the fuck? I want to see more, man. Some bullshit. But if you look at it, it's gonna be a little bit of spoilers. It is what it is. Cut it off now. I'm not going to not talk about it. This I'm not doing. I was nice enough for Screen. Not doing that shit for this. But yeah, it's the final season, and so now they're to the point where they're going to they're trying to get out. They're trying to get out the game. They're doing a whole bunch of shit to where they doing some crazy shit. They're trying to pretty much trying to like turn in the drug lord per se. Like, he kind of wants to be like free now, so they're trying to turn him in. That didn't work out, so now the motherfucker's in jail. But now he has a nephew that's taking over, and this bitch is fucking cuckoo. Like, but it's weird because they play him for reckless and crazy, but this motherfucker is actually smart. He's one of the ones that's like, newer generation trying to take over, and it's like, he's just smart. It is what it is. He's smarter than his uncle. He's smarter than a lot of other people, but he's reckless too. And it's like, he's so damn smart, he's stupid. And, he's just reckless with shit. So they're trying to like keep tabs on him and trying to keep him afloat. But it's not much the uncle can do now that he's in prison. He also, he's been killing people. He killed one of the other ladies, Darlene, that she used to be probably like one of the main drug people around there. He killed her because she still was growing, basically rape, as they say in their backyard. So yeah, he murked the shit out of her. And she just got married to this young bull, which was the cousin of the girl that was working with so pretty much dude killed Ruth's cousin, which is married Darlene. Ruth was working for Marty. And some shit went down with the guy she was going with was Wendy, which is Marty's wife. She was going with her brother, and they ended up having him killed. So yeah, he killed her cousin. She ended up finding out, and that's how she went crazy. She was about to kill fucking Marty's whole family, Marty and fucking Wendy and the kids. About to kill everybody fucking body who was in her way. And the fucking retarded ass son Jonah. He's like actually was working for Ruth and Darlene because he pretty much got into life until he didn't want to get to. So now it's starting to get to him and this and that. And he told her that it was so and so. I forgot old dude's name. But it was fucking the drug lord Omar. His nephew, like say, killed him, and he told her. Jonah told Ruth. Ruth fucking storms off. Is going down the road crazy with a shotgun, crying and shit. And that's how it just ends. And I'm like, oh fuck. So now it's like she don't want that smoke. Like, this motherfucker's crazy. Plus, you mess with Mexican cartel. Like, where do you think this shit's gonna go? This ain't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't winning that one. If you even get close to him. The only way you can be able to kill him unless unless you Marty can be next to him, blah, 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 talking, trying to figure some shit out, and maybe you sneak him real quick, maybe a little stronger than him and can get him that way. Other than that, just storming up to him, that's what she's going to do, reckless, because your cousin got murked, and it just is what it is. But yeah, man, Wendy, man, Marty's wife, she's fucking crazy. They made her crazy the last season, and you could kind of see it just picking up more and more. But now she's just like taking over. She's low key, like she might as well be the main person. She might as well be the one doing everything. Like, she don't give a fuck. Like, she's reckless, but like in a smart way. Like, versus how the nephew should be. Like, she's reckless, but in a smart way. She don't care. She's trying to get her family back to Chicago, do what she needs to do while she's down there in the Ozarks. They have that casino. Everything is getting moved over to the nephew. He's taking over. Now they about to kind of like get in the political game, so they got to get political people on their side. They just linked up with this like prescription drug people, kind of like Pfizer and shit like that. They linked up with them, and now they kind of like backing them with building these rehab centers. But for them to do that, they have to like take drugs off the street and shit like that, and it's saving them money by doing that, believe it or not. And with all the opioid shit that's going on, even like in real life, the opioid shit that's going on. So they're linking with that, but the woman like is low key a fucking drug dealer too, basically. There's so many damn ways. She's basically a fucking drug dealer too. And like, she knows fucking like, she knows the game pretty much, like, without saying, like, she knows the fucking game too. I'm looking like, how the fuck is she just damn willing just to work with them, making drugs with their shit, with their cocaine and shit. I'm like, yo, this shit's fucking crazy. I have no idea which way this show's going to go. I don't even fucking know. I really don't know. Like, so you guys got to look at it. You got Marty, which is the head macho. Now, Jonah, his son, is kind of like more of a role this season, which I hope nothing happened to him, man. They killed off Darlene, so she's not even in it. Look out for Wendy. Wendy's on some other shit. That's his wife. They have a daughter, but Charlotte, but she just kind of like there. There's nothing. It ain't really nothing to her too much. But yeah, man, you guys gotta check it out, man. Of course, it's one of these shows where you gotta look at it from the beginning, but I think it's worth the watch. I was hooked into it probably after like not the first episode, the second episode. It keeps you going. It definitely keeps you going. They've had a crazy. I mean, between they never killed anybody. It's always been people around them that's been killing. But they pretty much always been in the mix. So that's always been the crazy part. But yeah, man, you guys gotta check this shit out. So I'm streaming on Netflix now, man. Like I said, it's 2 parts. Part 1 is 7 episodes, and I believe part 2 is supposed to be 7 also. I don't even know when part 2 is supposed to come out. I think what was it, January? So I don't know when it's supposed to come out actually. I think I read up on it where it's supposed to come out, but I don't even know. It's probably not for another few months. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't surprised if it's probably like May or June. Yeah, man. It's definitely. I hope they I hope they get out. Just the way things are going right now, I wouldn't be surprised if one of their family members get knocked off. I don't think they'll kill the kids, but I wouldn't be surprised if Marty dies. Just the way the show's going too, they make it seem like that. Marty and Wendy's nowhere near on good terms right now. They're doing just enough for keep the business sides going, because they have to be kosher on that. They have to be on the same page when it comes to that, which they are 110%. But you kind of tell it's like he's ready to go back home. He just wants a regular life. He wants to go back to normal, which they all do. But I think he's just tired of her. They low key was like on the brinks before they came down, and it's kind of like brought them back together, kind of, but not really. They always kind of still been little, but not as bad as Nowhere Now. But yeah, man, if you like a show that has drama, relationship problems, family problems, kid problems, also trying to handle, legitimate businesses, money laundering, all that shit, drug lord, shit like that, man, look at that shit. It's low-key almost like, if you ever looked at Queen of the South, that was my shit too. They ended that show off. I almost got like mad and about to send like people angry emails, but yeah, they ended that off pretty good, really good actually. So I hope they end that off good. Like, if you like shows like that, they say Narcos is good too, but I never really started to look at it or try to look at it or anything. But yeah, I'm into like action shit and drug lordy shit, 'cause that shit, like, a lot of shit has truth to it. Like, you just don't make, like, somebody just didn't make it up like, oh, this sounds good, this sounds like this is probably real truthful, and everybody just following the same blueprint. Like, nah, this shit, a lot of this shit has truth to it. It just makes it funny, that's all. I like shit like this. But yeah, man, check it out, man. You guys already looked at it. I don't care if you already just started, about to start, let me know, comment below, hit me up on Instagram, let me know what you guys think on the show. How far are you into it? If you're not already as far as I am, let me know what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head on out of here, man. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, like I said, I might do another episode within these next couple of days. Just to keep stuff fresh. And then I'm not sure we're gonna be able to do another one next week. If I do, I might go ahead and do one more again. Like I said, I'm going away for 4 days next week, or next weekend, I should say. So I might do another one. So you might have 2 more coming, maybe, but probably, hopefully, / definitely 1 more. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I'm active on Instagram, so I always try to keep you guys posted with stuff. But yeah, you know where you guys can find me. YouTube, You Won't Say It I Will podcast. You can find me on Instagram, You Won't Say It I Will. You can find me on Twitter, YWSIIW podcasts. Check me out on audio, streaming everywhere, just about. Get at me, like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that good shit, man. Turn those notifications, man. Every time I'm posting something, interact with me. Let me know what's up. Let me know you're there. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'm your host, Ron C., and this is the You Won't Say It I Will podcast.